Recording.
There's a
Hello, Colin.
hello. How are you?
Wonderful. Welcome back to the Blanket Fort.
Thanks for having me. We've made some there's been some expansion.
Yes, it's taken over more of the basement, but in a more controlled and thought out way. The
Yes,
first iteration of the Blanket Fort, which you were the first interviewee for. So
awesome.
thank you
That's
for
amazing.
doing that.
My pleasure.
Um, was a kind of box in the basement that took up awkwardly like a third of it. And
Mhm.
now it takes up like half of it, but I still have my desks over there and
Yeah, exactly.
workstations over there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's been from talking with Fred Penner about Fred Penner's Place and how there was stations to the show. And there
Okay.
was a rhythm to the show of he would come in, he'd pull the guitar from the guitar station, he'd play a song,
Hmm.
he'd go to the next station. And so I've set up these sort of storytelling space, the stage space of the patchwork backdrop, and then I have a crafting desk over there that I'll hopefully soon start doing arts and craft along activities that people can join in on.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been really fun to just spend hours in here putting up fabrics and artwork and all this fun stuff.
That's awesome.
I have 10 new questions for you if you'd
I
like to answer.
yes, I look forward to it. The previous 10 were tricky. They're not easy questions. There's no softballs.
No, this is a hard hitting interview.
Yes, we're doing real journalism here,
Yeah.
which actually you kind of are. So
The fun journalism in a blanket fort. Question number one. What is your favorite type of cookie?
chocolate chip.
Chocolate
Yeah.
chip?
My mother always had like her chocolate chip cookie recipe,
Yeah.
and it's since been kind of taken over. My wife was making the chocolate chip cookies for a while, but now my oldest daughter is the one that primarily does the baking,
Okay.
and it's amazing. Getting them obviously fresh when they come out of the oven, and
The
like,
best.
well, I'm the one that's like, as soon as they come out of the oven, I'm like, I'm ready to go, and then my hands are getting slapped. Stop! They're still too hot.
You'll melt your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. You will burn yourself, and I do. Right, the chocolate melts, and it's painful, but it's a good pain.
Mhm.
And but the trick is with the chocolate chip cookies is if you have one cookie and you want it to kind of, you want to take it back to that sort of fresh out of the oven kind of
Yeah.
vibe, is you throw it in the microwave for 7 seconds
Ooh.
and just melt the chocolate chips enough that it's, yeah,
Okay. Good tip.
yeah,
I love how you have a multi-generational cookie recipe that has gone from
yes,
your mother
yeah,
to your wife to your daughter.
yep,
And oh,
I
it's
love it,
wonderful.
yep.
Straight chocolate chip, or do you add oatmeals, raisins, and
Straight chocolate
just,
chip.
just chocolate chip?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Yeah. Simple is best when it comes to chocolate chip cookies. I think that raisins in a cookie that are a betrayal.
I've heard this theory
Yeah.
before.
Yep. Even oatmeal should just be chocolate chip. I'm not a big fan of raisins, so when
Uh-huh.
it's like somebody sneaks raisins into the cookies,
Mhm. It's
I'm
a
out.
betrayal.
I'm out.
Do you prefer the sort of golden brown, the light blonde, the slightly burnt? Is there a certain like that perfect like
If you
bake
can,
time?
there, it happens almost by accident because it's very difficult to replicate on purpose.
Hmm.
But having it ever so slightly darkly roasted on the bottom
Yeah,
while still soft and springy in the middle, that's, to me, that's perfect.
yeah,
You get the best of both
yeah.
worlds. Yeah.
Get the bit of crunch, but it's still
Yep.
chewy. Yeah,
Exactly.
the like almost caramelization on the bottom. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question number two. Do you have a favorite place to write or to like come up with ideas, the place you can more easily get into that sort of state of creative flow?
Um, lately it's just been on couch in my living room. I have like my spot where I sit,
Hmm.
or at my dining room table, or at my desk. Like, so I basically have four different nests in my house that I
Nice.
move from nest to nest.
Yeah.
My bed, where I don't do a whole lot of creative stuff there, but I'll lay there and like read a book.
Yeah.
Then I have my spot on the couch, and I always have like a notebook or whatever near me.
Yeah.
And on the couch with a guitar beside me is probably the place where I've come up with the most number of ideas.
Okay.
And as far as like songs and lyrics, that's been lately the dining room but when it comes to actually putting it all together in song form, it's still always been the couch.
Ooh,
Yeah, the living room
okay.
couch.
A few different segmented places for different stages of the process.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And then my desk in my studio is kind of where I fully flesh out the items. I'll do more of my editing and whatnot
Yeah.
at that place.
Yeah. Yeah. The dining room table. Do you have a nice view of your backyard
Yeah,
property?
just
Yeah.
and it's just trees. I'm looking out into the
Trees.
woods, but we get
Nice.
a the natural light coming in there. And I
Yeah.
also like to write with fountain pens, so I get like the
Ah,
light coming in
yes,
off the
right. You're a
window.
fountain penner.
And when I'm sitting there writing, that's where the natural light hits the page in such a way that as I'm writing, I can watch the ink glisten. I can replicate that at my desk too, but it's not sunlight.
It's not the
Not the
same.
same.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that just sounds beautiful.
It's a sensory delight.
Question number 3. Lake, ocean, or river?
Ocean.
Ocean?
Yeah.
In the ocean, on the shore?
I I love being right on the shore.
Okay.
I'll occasionally go for a dip in the ocean and whatnot, but I love being close to the coast.
Mhm.
Like our favorite place to go on vacation as a family is Prince Edward Island. We like to
Okay.
stay sort of on the east coast of the island, and,
Yeah.
be close to the water.
Yeah.
And I grew up just outside St. John as well, and I just find that coastlines by the ocean are just some of the most scenic, rugged, beautiful places
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
Right? So, ocean.
Those wild windswept trees where you're like, how are you
I
growing
know,
in that
I know,
direction? And
I
it's
know. And
all,
if you've ever been to the like the lighthouse on Miscou Island, which is way up
okay.
in the northeastern point of New Brunswick,
Hmm.
it is amazing because not all of those trees have survived. So you see like a lot of these almost like haunted forest windswept trees that have just been bent over and for like 50 meters in from the coast, like some of them are gone,
Yeah.
right? They're just dead wood.
Yeah.
But it's, I've always found beauty in like abandoned places or,
Hmm.
in that kind of destruction, like just observing the power of nature and,
Yes. Of
circle of life
entropy.
stuff. It just makes you realize how insignificant we really are in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You always hear folks be like, what about the earth and what about the future? I'm like, well, unfortunately, the earth is going to be fine. I
uh-huh.
can't say the same for us.
Uh-huh.
So,
I'm just noticing yours is turned off.
uh-oh.
See if it connects. There we go.
Okay. Hopefully
Um,
you got enough from yours to
I think so. It's
gain it
very
up.
still sound acoustic
Yeah.
in here.
Yep.
Sandy beach or rocky? Oh, mine just turned off.
What is going on?
It's gonna turn yours off. Okay, they're both on now.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Sandy beach, rocky beach.
I don't know that I have a preference. I kind of like some rocks to walk on, but if I'm going for a day at the beach with the family where we're gonna sit and I'm gonna read and whatnot, I like a sandy beach for that.
Technical difficulties.
Is the charge low? Do they charged up after?
I thought I charged them last night. Let's just. Okay, it's recording. Okay. Um, do you hunt for shells? I think the battery's not going low. Sorry, folks. Slight technical difficulty.
It says that it's on.
There's a green line over there. Okay.
We'll keep an eye on
going.
it. We'll keep an eye on it.
Question number 4. What was your most memorable performance this summer?